Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to our audiences around the globe. We are so pleased that you have joined us today. Next slide, please. My name is Abhilash Philip. I'm the Deputy Chief of Party for the Shops Plus project in India, and I'm serving as the moderator for today's webinar. The term on-ground activations, or OGA as we call it, intrigues anyone who first comes across this term. Shops Plus has designed a number of OGAs that appeal to development sector practitioners and marketing professionals in commercial organizations, while putting beneficiaries at the center of the design process. You may wonder what is an OGA, how is it designed, and whether there are successful OGAs that can be adapted or replicated in your context or geography. To help you think about these issues, today we have invited three speakers to share with us their experiences and expertise. Ashok is the technical specialist and director of operations in the Shops Plus project. Sushil Patil is the group product manager in FDC Limited. Dr. Mahin Dabral serves as the director of Impact Code. We will begin with an introduction to OGA by our technical specialist Ashok. Then I'll interview our expert panelists who will share their perceptions on using OGA with communities and consumers. After this, we will have a Q&A session that we hope will last for at least 20 minutes to get in as many of your questions as possible. A few webinar logistics. The WebEx platform has two interactive features, Q&A and chat. The buttons for these features are in the top right-hand corner of the WebEx window. Click on this will bring up small panels on the right side of your screen. Please use the Q&A feature to ask questions that you may have. Please note that we have time for questions at the end, but we encourage you to submit questions as they arise. When submitting to a question, please be sure to submit to all panelists, specifying if the question is for a particular panelist and include your name along with the question. Please note that this webinar is being recorded and will be shared with all who registered for it. We will begin with our first Ashok Rai Singhani. Ashok serves as the technical specialist and director of operations for Shops Plus project in India. He has over 19 years of experience in executing and managing multi-state development projects for development organizations, private sector, government, and UN bodies. Within Shops Plus, Ashok spearheaded the work on on-ground activations. Ashok has a master's in political science and an MBA in marketing. Ashok, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome. Over to you.
Hello everyone. Many professionals from the development sector, private sector, or business houses require innovation, ideas, and interesting tools to reach out to large number of audiences. And their objective is to reach large number of target groups and quick results. Today I will be sharing with you an innovative and a very interesting concept, that is on-ground activation, which we have found to be successful in not only reaching desired numbers but effectively engaging the target audiences in such a way to motivate them towards positive behavior change. I am Ashok Rai Singhani. I am leading Family Planning Helpline and Field Operations at Shops Plus India. I take this opportunity to once again welcome you all. Today I will take you through on-ground activation. In this webinar, I would like to briefly share the basic concept of on-ground activation, followed by experience sharing by our stakeholders like government, corporate, NGO partners. But before talking about on-ground activation, I will rapidly take you through the project. The objective of Shops Plus is to increase the use of family planning, maternal, child health, tuberculosis products, as well as services among the urban poor through private sector approaches. Shops Plus is a USAID's flagship initiative in the private sector health. Globally, we have presence in 9 countries, and in India, it has footprints in 8 focus states: Assam, Delhi, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan. Thematically, we work in the areas of maternal and child health, family planning, and tuberculosis. Our technical support areas are social and behavior change, corporate communication, family planning toll-free helpline, on-ground activation, and workplace intervention. On-ground activation, OGA. Actually, it is a set of effective and innovative activities carried out through new and appealing ideas and tools, covering 4 basic stages: awareness generation among audiences, developing their interest, which would create a desire, and finally, motivate consumers to take a call for action. It also motivates them to take an informed decision. OGS also have the capacity to amplify the project's mass media and social media campaigns. The concept of activation and its unique execution methodology has also appealed equally to developmental professionals and marketers who have a common aim of increasing their reach indicators and sales figures. OGS are designed in such a way that they directly engage with the consumers, offering them new and fresh ideas with innovative tools designed so as to leave a lasting impact on the audiences. We reached out to 3 groups of audiences. The first being our caregivers of under 5 children. It may be parents of under 5 children. They were reached out with the aim of increasing awareness and stocking of ORS and zinc. Because of the existing lack of awareness about the use of ORS and zinc combined for managing diarrhea. Our second group was young married couples, and the aim was to dispel myths and misconceptions with a focus on short-acting family planning methods so as to increase their uptake. Now we will take a look at what all has gone in developing on-ground activations. To begin with, desk and formative research findings were used. Very interesting brainstorming and ideation sessions were also held with experts, target audiences, professionals, which resulted in a total of 36 novel OGA ideas. They all were put through feasibility checks, and 22 viable ones were piloted in the field. We also developed innovative tools, even first-time couple of tools, for example, virtual reality games, effective pre-recorded audio messages, interactive quizzes, entertaining role plays, engaging games. Moreover, most of them were used for the first time. And finally, 9 on-ground activation models were scaled up, which I will share you in detail. During the execution, every pilot was closely monitored and every aspect of the scientific filter was documented. The qualifying 9 were later scaled up. Some of the qualifying filter had pointers like maximum reach, cost per person, replicability, and each OGS impact was based on assessment carried out, and finally 9 qualified were scaled up. Pre-decided filters are very important to zero down on a few ideas. Let us now go a bit deep and touch upon the ideas executed and scaled up. Here you will find lot of innovation and new ideas. Under the child health component, caregivers of under 5 children were reached out with the aim to increase the demand of ORS and zinc by stocking them. Messages were kept simple, like the benefits of ORS and zinc, and with an emphasis on zinc for regular 14 days were given. Though we will share the scaled up ideas only in detail, but please note, we ideated and piloted many other innovative on-ground activation ideas, and some of the examples are like a digital drag and drop game. You can play it anywhere from your mobile or your desktop from your laptop. We also tried a 14-ball couple cricket match. Since cricket is very popular in Indian crying baby doll with audio messages, we also tried a very innovative idea called a stand-up comedy show format. Besides these, we scaled up 5 promising ideas, and following slides would give you a better understanding about each specific OGS. First one is knock knock kaun hai? That is actually knock knock. Who is there? Just imagine two artists posing as a media reporter and a cameraman knocking at identified houses and probing about availability of ORS and zinc at home. Shortly after covering some houses, they conduct a group communication session on diarrhea management. Believe me, artists posing as media reporter and cameraman really created a buzz in the community. I Shapat means I pledge, a voluntary oath taken by the service provider, here a chemist, who promises and has a poster displayed which has his own photograph and signature in his chemist shop, promising to give advice to clients on the benefits of ORS and zinc. Actually, in place of generic posters, we used service providers' pictures and we got an amazing response and support from all service providers and stakeholders. कुछ कुछ देखा है. This one is a virtual reality roller coaster ride experience. कुछ कुछ देखा है, which means during the ride I see something useful. First time, virtual reality tools were used to reach out to target audiences with a set of key messages popping up along the ride, followed by a quiz. It was carried out at pediatric clinics and hospitals. Lok Jankar Mohalla Shandar. This OGA was carried out in urban slums. Lok Jankar Mohalla Shandar, which means aware residents and remarkable colony. A door-to-door survey was carried out, findings evaluated, and finally, felicitation of whole locality was done with a banner stating that the community is aware about benefits of ORS and zinc. The banner with the photograph of community members was placed at a strategic location and a rally also taken through the locality. Direct contact program. This next child health scaled up OGA was direct contact program. It was a door-to-door interactive activity where messages were disseminated through videos and other digital games. We noticed there are very few innovative ideas where we use digital and video games during one-to-one communication and motivating the caregivers of under 5 children to keep ORS and zinc at home. Moving over to family planning on-ground activations, which were targeting young married couples with the aim of increasing the demand for family planning products, focusing on short-acting methods. For family planning OGAs, we also tried a few innovative touch points, even first time, like interactive gyms, like activities at beauty parlors, weekly markets. We also tried exciting tools. For example, reality show theme Big Boss, virtual reality, game on family planning. Now gearing up into the ones which were scaled up, and the first one is Bindas Binita. Bindas Binita was conducted at beauty parlors targeting young married women with an interesting voice testimonial which had exciting pre-recorded messages in the voice of experienced female artists. They were played on headphones during the waiting time or during a beauty procedure being undertaken by clients. This was really a successful model for both target groups and beauty parlor owners because it can increase the footfall and can give enjoyable waiting period for all the clients of beauty parlor. Word war, a war where all get involved. This OGA had an element of surprise. It was staged in and around a busy market and played by trained artists who were posing as couple. They start loudly discussion and practically start fighting on household issues, and later, as soon as they have attention of majority passerby, they shift their discussion over to family planning issues, and finally share the importance of taking joint decision and the need of adopting a modern contraceptive method. Now, the last category touched upon was youth. We targeted the youth with the aim that they start seeking correct knowledge, take right decisions on correct choices, on safe sexual practices, reaching out to these audiences. We executed activities at youth congregation points, for example, colleges, coaching institutes. We even tried digital games and quizzes, which indeed appealed to youth. Fix the risk. Under the Fix the Risk OGA, a briefing session was conducted by domain experts at the colleges, and then the students were given group work to create new OGA ideas and to pilot them to reach out to their peers in the college and surrounding areas. The students brought many interesting ideas, piloted them, and shared their experiences with complete operational details. In a way, we involved youth and students in an ideation process of developing new OGA ideas, which itself was a new and innovative idea. Bestie. This is Bestie, taping the popular concept of BFF, best friend forever, with whom you can discuss, gather knowledge, and even share secrets. Here, youth participated in an online game by scanning QR code, watching videos, and then attempting quizzes and winning certificates. It was carried out at colleges and young hangout places. What we sow, we shall we reap. Now I am sharing the results of our efforts. To sustain beyond the project life, scale up is required, which is possible by knowledge transfer to stakeholders. Some of our prominent proud achievements are: we reached nearly 340,000 individuals through 22 interesting on ground activation models. Importantly, four private sector companies partnered during our OGA execution. They not only provided samples, engaged their field staff, but also are taking them through NGOs in their geography. Also, state governments have taken up on ground activations and committed investment in our ideas and tools. They have also taken up various communication material and tools for further dissemination through state funds. More than 20 NGOs and still counting have adopted our ideas and would be using existing project funds or available corpus to scale up selected on-ground activation models. And even couple of academic institutions have taken up our ideas and tool for reaching out to their target groups, audiences as social responsibility. All intervention offer some interesting learnings. Today, I will share some of our major lesson learned. First one is the right location. For execution of on-ground activations, it is very important to ensure mass gathering at locations. Selection of correct touch points like beauty parlors, clinics have a great potential of having captive audiences and ample time for experiencing the on-ground activations. Remember, Bindas Binita at beauty parlors and Kuch Kuch Dekha Hai at clinics. Also, when key messages are kept simple and straight and in local language, they are retained longer and are discussed more often in peer groups. Yes, key influentials also play an important role. Their identification and utilizing support helps in a smooth execution and larger reach and is sustained beyond the activity itself. Engaging key opinion leaders like school teachers, health workers supported us a lot in terms of quick execution. I also would like to highlight that using technology helps in interest generation, engagement, and even has cascading effect and is for sure talk about long. And for the techno-savvy youth, attention activities like scanning of QR codes, interactive microsites leads to the first step of understanding the importance of topics, acceptance, and moving towards behavior change. And also, I would like to highlight that experienced field team of regional managers played a vital role in the success due to their commitment and capability in utilizing local resources, ideation, and implementing OGS. So this was our part of experience sharing, and now we will move over to some testimonials from our partners. First of all, let us hear from Ms. Gunjan Khalko. She is State Program Coordinator of Family Planning Cell, Jharkhand, Government of Jharkhand.
Hello, I am Gunjan Khalko, State Family Planning Coordinator at Family Planning Cell for the state of Jharkhand, India. We at Jharkhand State Family Planning Cell have taken up World War III and messaging tool Dory game for scaling them across the state and would be reaching out to the last man who is in need of reproductive help. These engrossing games are not just entertaining but also effective. They have a very lasting impact on the participants, many of whom have since talked with their partners about what the best contraceptive method is for them. I am thankful to Shops Plus team for developing these novel ideas and their support, and I am sure with them we will able to reach out up to the last of our eligible target beneficiaries with the correct messages and motivate them towards a sustainable behavior change. Thank you.
Now, hear out Ms. Preeti Gupta, a key opinion leader of an urban slum of Dehradun, Uttarakhand.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम प्रीति गुप्ता है। मैं मंदाकिनी ब्याह ब्रह्माबाद खाले में की निवासी हूँ। मैं एक सोशल वर्कर हूँ। यहाँ के लोग मुझे अपनी ओपिनियन लीडर मानते हैं। कुछ समय पहले मुझे शॉप प्लस टीम ने ओजे दिखाए थे, जिससे हम बच्चों में दस्त जैसी खतरनाक बीमारी की जागरूकता फैला सकते हैं। लंबे डिस्कशन के बाद हमें समझ आया है कि कैसे हम 5 साल के कम उम्र के बच्चों को डायरिया जैसी खतरनाक बीमारी से बचा सकते हैं। OGS हमारे स्लम के लोगों को बहुत ही पसंद आया। ये बहुत ही मनोरंजक है। VR ग्लासेस जैसा गेम बहुत ही नया था। बाकी के गेम्स और OGS में सब लोगों ने हिस्सा लिया। हमारे स्लम में जो एक्टिविटी हुई थी उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा सबको बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद आई। लोग जानकार और मोहल्ला शानदार। इसके बाद लोग वेट करने लगे कि अब क्या क्या एक्टिविटी और भी अच्छी होंगी। ओजे द्वारा डायरिया से बचने के लिए हमें आसान उपाय बताए गए, जिससे हमें प्रेरणा मिली कि हमें ORS और जिंक हमेशा अपने घर में रखना चाहिए। अब ये हमारे लोगों की आदत बन गई है और मैंने अपने आप से एक वादा किया है, जो भी मैंने OGA से सीखा है मैं आगे इसकी जानकारी हमेशा लोगों को देती रहूंगी। मैं स्वयं सेवी संघ की मीटिंग में, आंगनबाड़ी टीकाकरण में और मोहल्ले की कोई भी मीटिंग में ORS और जिंक की जानकारी हमेशा देती रहूंगी।
Yeah, thank you, Ashok, for taking us through the process of developing OGAs using innovation techniques, testing them on the ground, determining the most promising OGA ideas using multiple metrics, and then scaling them up in collaboration with NGOs and corporate partners. I think 3 messages stood out for future implementers. 1, scale more easily with technology-aided activities. Second, make smart location choices so that consumers can get a lot more time to interact and absorb messages. Third, leverage key influencers like pharmacists, teachers, college management, and others to accelerate the change process within the target audiences. Audience, if you have questions for Ashok, please submit your question in the Q&A window now. Now let's turn to our next panelist, Sushil Patil. Ashok, next slide, please. Sushil is the Product Manager, Strategy and Marketing for Electrol category in FDC. Electrol is the largest ORS brand in India with a 67% market share. Sushil is involved in all marketing aspects of Electrol portfolio and is responsible for developing and executing long-range plans, both strategic and tactical, life cycle management of the heritage portfolio, managing P&L, etc. Within FDC, he has adopted a balanced approach for prescription as well as over-the-counter portfolio. Sushil has a bachelor's in pharmacy and an MBA in marketing. Sushil, thank you for joining us today and welcome.
Thank you, Abhilash. First of all, thank you everyone who are listening to me. All the participants I welcome. Myself Sushil from FDC India, and I take care of marketing aspects of brand Electrol, the #1 WHORS in India. So thanks for inviting me, Abhilash and ShopPlus team on this project as well as on this webinar.
Thank you, Sushil. A pleasure to have you in this webinar. Just wanted to start off by asking you, what value do the market such as FDC?
We have, as a marketeer, we have certain budgets to spend on advertisement. So we do promotions in 2 kind of things. One is trade promotions. Second route what we take is a consumer promotions. In consumer promotion also there is some media spends as well as some direct to consumer activities. When I talk about OGA, that is on the ground activations, that comes into subgroup like consumer promotions, direct to consumer, and that is what FDC Electrol is majorly keen on doing such activities. Now, as you see, Electrol from FDC is a 48 years old brand, and we carry almost more than 67% market share. And it is very important for us what consumer thinks about our brand, how they feel it, how they perceive it. And for us, this was the objective to go for the OGA, and that values us great in terms of consumer promotion. As well as for consumer, it gives an opportunity to give a first-hand feel, a look and feel of the brand. In short terms, if we can say that brands speak to consumer and consumers speak to brand with the help of OGA platforms, in short.
Great, thank you, Sushil. So definitely, it looks like it definitely is a way to enhance your consumer awareness. How have you invested in OGAs with ShopPlus?
Abhilash, as you know that we have got a good novel ideas from ShopPlus. That was a good thing. OGA is a part of Electrol promotion. So we are already engaged with the consumer promotion in terms of print communications. So we have developed communications regarding WHO, ORS and zinc therapy, for the management of diarrhea, especially in promoting child health. We have developed some communication on a print in a vernacular languages, and wherever OGAs were happening, the patient information literatures about ORS plus zinc uses till 14 days has been recommended over this patient information literature and were distributed. At the same time, we have got opportunity to invest sampling of the brand Electral to all these OGAs. So we have invested couple of thousand samples on these Shop Plus OGS platforms. And of course, our team was present over there to get the insight of the consumers, how they are feeling it, and for the education purpose of the consumers during the diarrhea management from these OGA platforms. So it was a wonderful platform. So samples, communications, as well as field time involvement was few of the resources we could utilize on this OGA. And that was a great experience. We are continuing to do it at our own capacity at FDC Electoral.
So I'm curious about the last part. So you said you intend to continue with OGS in the future. Will it be part of your marketing mix going forward?
Absolutely, absolutely. What makes OGAs more wonderful as well, because in rest of the communication or promotion expenditure, OGAs are still affordable, and it gives us direct reach to end consumer. And so at Pockets we have tried, and we will scale it up in future as well. So to example a few, I can share that the Mohalla Shandar kind of activity has some influencer touch, that kids are talking about the ORS and zinc, and they act as an influencer, taking home the great message, and entire family is educated about ORS plus zinc as well as our brand Electral. So such kind of activity we will be continuing in future as well. That is a part of our marketing budget as well.
Thank you, Sushil. It's really interesting that a leading marketer like you is making OGS a part of your marketing mix. And certainly, the success of the OGA that Shops Plus had is also because of the collaboration that was achieved through you. Thank you so much. So, if you have any questions for Sushil, please submit your questions in the Q&A window now. We already have a number of questions, so let them keep coming in. Finally, I would like to invite our third panelist, Dr. Mayank Dabral, to share his experiences with adopting and replicating OGA in his home state of Uttarakhand. Dr. Mayank serves as the director of Impact Code, which is a social development organization. He currently is working with a number of organizations that focus on maternal and child health in the poorest income group, including urban as well as tribal populations. His efforts are geared towards improving the quality of gynecological services in marginalized populations and creating integrated family planning services. Dr. Mayank holds a medical degree from King George Medical College, Lucknow, and a master's in public health program from the Columbia University of New York. Dr. Mayank, thank you for joining us today and welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you, Abhilash. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Mayank Dabral, and I'm the director of Impact Code organization. It is a social organization based out of Dehradun, Uttarakhand. And we are working in areas of health, education, livelihood, social welfare, and environment. Our aim is to improve social outcomes through and promote digital literacy in through our projects.
Thank you, Dr. Mayank. So it seems that you have a number of programmatic objectives. You work in a variety of issues and settings. So how does OGA help to meet your organizational programmatic objectives?
Well, it has been a pleasure and privilege to have worked with the Shops Plus team, and we saw immediate synergy in the work Shops Plus is doing to promote priority health services. The methods are innovative and have potential for huge impact. The OGAs are a particularly powerful way of reaching and engaging the population, and our experience has borne that out in the field. Our implementation of child health OGAs have proved effective in bridging the gap that in the community's ability to manage diarrhea confidently, and we have seen that by gaining knowledge about ORS and zinc, people have become more confident with using these vital child health products and stocking them at home as a preventive measure. Similarly, our program for women's empowerment have found the family planning OGAs to be really effective in making women more knowledgeable about the available contraceptive choices and also choosing what is right for them. Information on contraceptive methods is provided to the women during the visit to the neighborhood beauty parlor, where they have time to listen and engage with the information and feel secure in asking questions while maintaining confidentiality within their trusted inner circle.
Thank you, Dr. Mayank. So just a follow-on question, you mentioned about the collaboration with Shops Plus. So what happened? What was your specific involvement in the OG execution?
So we've been working with the Shops Plus team since March 2019, and in the beginning we were jointly implementing OGAs. The Shops Plus team trained our staff in the technical know-how of using the tools, OGA resources such as the virtual reality goggles, and provided orientation regarding the questions that people may have while participating in an activity. Since then, we have evolved to be able to execute OGAs independently. We now regularly conduct OGAs for diarrhea management and family planning with minimal support from Shops Plus. Our experience with the OGA implementation has been great. Our target groups have enjoyed participating in OGA activities and games. The ideas are fresh and attractive to the population, and their reach is far beyond the population that actually comes in touch with us. And those people, the young women we reached with the Bindas Binita audio in beauty parlors were enthusiastic about it. Spread the word, and this helped in increasing numbers coming to the parlors. Similarly, we have seen people stocking ORS samples and even using it at home as a preventive measure. Being interactive, OGAs also give participants ample opportunity to ask questions there and then, or even call up the family planning helpline later on to clarify any lingering doubts they have. All this has proved helpful in dispelling myths and misconceptions about family planning, safe sexual practices, and diarrhea management.
So great. So it looks like you certainly see some utility of OGAs. So good to know about what happened in the past. But I'm just curious. Are you intending to implement OGAs going forward, even beyond Shops Plus support?
Definitely. Well, our work sees us collaborate with many different organizations to design, implement, and evaluate solutions to achieve sustainable development goals, especially the goal number 3, to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being. OGAs have emerged as a very powerful tool to exercise that. So, Impact Code has adopted 2 family planning OGAs, World War III and Bindas Binita. We felt these activities align very well with our focus on promoting modern methods of family planning and addressing unmet needs. We chose Bindas Binita for how easily it can be used in the beauty parlor setting, as well as at gynae clinics with women who come in for ANC checkups. And these unique OGAs have not only impressed us, but also interestingly has won approval from funding agencies and helped us in mainstreaming these ideas in our projects. So before the COVID-19 restrictions were imposed, we had integrated these 2 OGAs fully into our ongoing projects for youth and maternal and child health. And on behalf of my team, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Shops Plus for giving us this opportunity and partnering with us to execute such innovative, powerful ideas. The detailed training and hand-holding the Shops Plus team provided us for adoption of these ideas and tools has been truly helpful, and we look forward to continued support from the regional team for future implementations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mayank. It's a pleasure again being associated with you. It seems you found the OGA to be a welcome and, let me say, a refreshing addition to your community engagement activities.
Definitely, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we would now like to, open the floor to the audience to ask questions. If I can have all the panelists with their cameras on. So the audience members, we already have a number of questions, but please do submit additional questions that you may have and indicate if your question is for a particular panelist. Please also provide your name, when you submit your question. So thank you. So let me just, quickly go through the Q&A panel. Yeah. So, Sushil, first question for you. As a marketer who has both, prescription and over-the-counter portfolio, which setting proved to be more effective for you when it comes to?
But frankly speaking, the end consumer is really important for us because even as a marketeer, sale is going to happen from the end consumer itself, and the brand loyalty also from the end consumer itself. So we stick to consumer engagement platforms than the other trade promotions or the service provider settings. So consumer are on the top priority. So that would be the answer.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Sushil. I think this question is for Ashok. Ashok, let me just, read it out. This is from, Shantanu Sharma, and is asking, was every innovative idea evaluated for its effectiveness? Was there an overall assessment of the impact of these innovations on health outcomes? So I think the question is, how did you choose your, OGS that needed to be scaled up, and did they really create an impact?
Thank you, Vilas, and thank you, Shantanu, for this question. First and foremost, we started using a desk research at various available material on thematic subject. We used all available research, available tools specific to our geographies and target population. Based on the findings, we prepared a background note and made a feasibility checklist. After that, we involved thematic area experts, which includes visualizers, communication experts, program implementers, and other stakeholders. And then we conducted a very interesting activity called ideation workshops. Ideation workshops are really a fun, and that can give you very innovative ideas because you are working with real TG, you are working with real thematic experts and all. And when you will conduct these activities, then you will get a long list of ideas. After that, you should have a feasibility checklist, and based on feasibility checklist, you can zero down on ideas. When we conducted these activities, each and every activity we measured based on certain parameters. So I just want to say we carried out, and the results were very encouraging, and later we found them to be rewarding and fruitful as well.
Yeah, thank you, Ashok. And I think you also, noticed that question on the ideation process. So thank you so much for that reply. I think this is for Dr. Mayank. So there is a question from, Avinash Jaiswal, and he's wondering that, when you were implementing many of these OGAs, did you have to take permission from any government agency, or are NGOs free to, to execute this? And maybe I may just supplement it. There are some other queries coming on the COVID-19 impact. So moving forward, do you think again permissions are required from the government? Yeah.
Yes, sometimes you might require permission, especially with conducting OGAs like World War, where you are working in a crowded environment, and you coming up trying to draw attention of people by creating a fight scene in a crowded place. You need to have the police as well as the local administration in the know-how about what you are going to do, what is your objective, and how this is the right place to get along with this kind of programs. So it is very important in some places that you are in alignment with the priorities of the local administration, and it should not conflict with what they believe is required or should not be. And there can also be cultural issues, like if you are coming up with OGAs where you are discussing sexual practices, safe sexual practices, and there are if the women don't feel comfortable because there are elders of the society in the same place, then their participation will not be as strong as if they feel secure and they are within their own inner trusted circle, as I said. So it is very important that you keep the entire community and their stakeholders aligned with your program.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mayank. Ashok, here's a question from Rabia. Rabia is from a pharmaceutical company called SCAG, and she's wondering, what kind of OGAs can be planned for oral contraceptive pills, and how SHOPS Plus can come into play.
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you. And I'm really happy to share that, the first on-ground activation model we piloted, it was on oral contraceptive pill, and we partnered with two well-known social marketing and commercial companies, and we carried out that activity at the heart, the weekly market. And I'm happy to share that, the results were amazing, and the cost per person reach was less than $1, and the client turn-up was more than 16%. So which means, people who visited, who participated in the OGA activity, and finally, when they went to nearby chemist shop and got that product, that was around 16%. It was really amazing. And seeing that, COVID-19 outbreak and current situation, I am strongly recommending to use virtual reality glasses, which are really amazing. And there is one more very interesting concept, Bindas Vinita, where we have pre-recorded messages, and that is focusing on oral contraceptive pill. We use that tool in beauty parlors, but believe me, that tool can be used in other places, and it can give you amazing dividends in terms of increasing sales and dispelling myths and misconceptions in and around oral contraceptive pill.
Yeah, thank you, Ashok. So here's another question. Okay, it's want to be anonymous. So they're asking, like, you reached more than 3 lakh, people. This must have been a tough task for the team. But Ashok, I think this question is towards you. How did you manage these large numbers of participation, and what was your validation process?
Okay, that's really a great, interesting question, because in 1 year we had to ideate many ideas, we had to validate, we had to do research, and we also had to ensure quality. Therefore, we use many innovative monitoring mechanisms. Here I would highlight a couple of them. The first one is geo-tagging attendance for all the field staff. People who are involved in on-ground activation implementation, they were doing geo-tagged attendance for all the field staff. We also had a process for registration forms and feedback forms for all the participants. And yes, photography of all the activities was carried out. And also some of the tools we have used, like scanning of QR code or calling to our helpline, that also gave us means for cross-validation. You will be surprised that even we have records of all these numbers reached us with names, locations, phone number. And yes, mechanism has to be developed beforehand, tested, and then applied.
Thank you, Ashok. Here is a question for Sushil. Sushil, I think the audience noted that there is collaboration involved in executing OGAs. So the question to you, Sushil, is that are corporates now in a position to execute OGAs independently on their own, or is collaboration always required for successful execution? Any thoughts?
For OGA, corporates can do their own activations. However, for some novelty and value addition, agency intervention is required. And corporates has many jobs to do, even the sales and marketing. So sometimes expert advice as well as effort is benefited and advisable as well, to my opinion.
Great. So just another follow-on question to you. This is from Dr. Sanjay Pandey. He's wondering, if you have to implement the programs today in a COVID situation, how differently will you approach the private and public sector? And Sushil, I am reminded that you have in July 29th a World ORS Day.
Right.
And so how will you adapt these OGAs to a new COVID situation?
So entire world is adopting the new normal nowadays, and we have to be very we have to take up very precautionary measures as far as all the governments and state bodies, district bodies, maintaining social distance. And there are few programs already happening. To quote one example, yes, 2 days before only we have conducted a small AGAs with one of the doctor, paramedic staffs, and involving some patients on the ORS versus sugar program. So with some precautionary measures, it is possible. One has to be very cautious taking all the new normals measures. So it is possible, not to the extent what we used to do, but in pockets and with precautionary measures, of course, we can do.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. So Dr. Mayank, here is a question from Vikas Singh. He's asking, what are the time frames we are expecting for these OGAs if we have to do something for the COVID-19 pandemic? So I'm not sure how the organization intends to adapt some of this family planning and child health for other topics like, let's say, COVID or some other issues.
I think that
Is it easily adaptable?
Yeah, I think that is an excellent question, and I actually wanted to bring this topic up because there are two things related with this COVID epidemic. First thing is that we know this can also present as a gastrointestinal illness, and it has a fecal-oral transmission as apart from the droplet transmission that we know about. So ORS and zinc can play a very important role. As zinc, we know that it increases the mucosal immunity, and thus this would be like the COVID-19 has come as an acid test for testing these OGAs, because first thing is if this presents as diarrhea, or zinc can prevent the cases of gastrointestinal illnesses due to COVID-19, or we should be able to see those in the slum areas or the other marginalized population who don't have such good sanitary conditions. And I think we should use this opportunity to sensitize the population that this is something that they can do as a preventive measure to prevent COVID-related illness. So this is one thing. And the second thing that I want to discuss is that we've already had a 3-month lockdown because of COVID. And as a result of that, a lot of pregnancies have happened, and we can see that in the clinics and in the government hospitals. So if these OGAs could have been used regarding to make a choice about safe and preferred contraceptive choices, those unwanted pregnancies could have been prevented. So I think that this is a very good time, as the population is really looking forward to what they can do and what is good and what is bad. They really want to know. They are sensitized due to this COVID-19 epidemic, and it is a really excellent time to go forward. It might take only 1 or 2 to 3 months to mobilize the population, these ideas in the population.
All right, thank you. Any queries from Mr. Nantlal, who heads an organization called Aadhaar. I think, Ashok, maybe this is something that you can respond to. While everything looks very, fun and, easy, Mr. Nantlal is sharing that, there must have been a lot of effort, that preparation time that went into it. So, how much preparations in terms of training of volunteers and things like that?
So OGAs are designed.
How much preparations need to be done to, to roll out the OGAs?
So OGAs are very innovative and unique activities. So generally you will find every activity is first time. When you are doing every activity first time, you have to spend a lot of time in terms of designing and documenting everything. If you have proper documentation, then quickly you can train field team. Since we had partnered with NGOs which have trained people in at least in the thematic areas of family planning and child health. we just had to spend time on training them to how to use on-ground activation tools, how to respond clients, how to make documentation. So what I want to say, if you will engage people who have thematic expertise, then you need to spend less time. You just have to focus on training on OGA tools. But in case if you will choose partners or field staff who have less understanding about thematic areas, then you have to spend more time. In our case, 2 days training was sufficient for NGO staff and we got amazing results.
Great. Thank you, Ashok. So just related to that, I'm just going to the Q&A part. Relating to that, how did you maintain, quality? So one is you talked about, it seems there is some preparation involved, trainings involved. But when you're executing at scale, how do you maintain quality? Maybe I can just bring in Sushil for this query. Sushil, corporates are used to doing things at scale. And, so can you really do something like OGA at a large scale and still maintain consistent quality?
Now we can make large scale activities when the pilots are successful. So if the pilots are successful, you learn from the trial and error basis, rectify those gaps and take appropriate actions, then slowly phase wise you can do it. In our case, we could do it even the thousands OGA activations in 2 months as well. In coming World ORS Day, Electral, being as a leader, is also performing some of the OGA activations. And what Mr. Ashok said, that the expertise and the experience teaches us a lot of things. So pilot has to be done very meticulously and learn from those pilots where are the gaps, whether it is feasible on the ground, what kind of audience you are facing to, and what kind of resources you have to play with.
That's
All
great,
right.
Sushil. I just want to add that detailed SOP, standard operating procedure, also helps us in controlling quality. If we have a detailed SOP, we can ensure that we are taking right steps and we can monitor steps with our monitoring mechanism.
Great. Thank you, Sushil. Thank you, Ashok, for this. I think there are a lot of questions. Audience, I'm very sorry that I'm not able to highlight many of these questions. We are simply short of time. Your questions have been very insightful and thoughtful. We are really running out of time. So, Ashok, can you just have the next slide, please? Yeah, so if you're looking for additional resources, you can check out some of them which are there on the Shops Plus website. We have a web story, a photo story, and a 4-page brief that gives details of various OGAs that were executed in India. Hope these resources spur you to include OGAs as an essential activity in your marketing and communication mix. I take this moment to acknowledge and appreciate the support of 3 entities that contributed to the OGA initiative. Firstly, our donor USA, which has always inspired us to pursue innovative paths for greater social impact. And I noticed that Vijay and team are here. Secondly, our 2 implementation partners, Dialogue Factory and ISRN. Dialogue Factory is the experiential marketing arm of the advertising company Group M that partnered with us for scale-up executions. And also, we would like to acknowledge the support of Indian Social Responsibility Network, ISRN, which is a non-profit organization that works on corporate social responsibility with nearly 600 NGOs across India. So thank you, USAID, Dialogue Factory, and ISRN. Audience members, I hope you found this webinar to be as engaging and informative as I have. I want to thank our 3 speakers, Ashok, Sushil, and Dr. Mayank for joining us today and sharing their wealth of experience. I also want to thank you, our audience members, for tuning in and being so engaged. Thank you and goodbye.